Do y'all remember this hoe right here? Miss, I'm gonna call out the black community in my Mercedes Benz behind my sunglasses, behind my screen. Well, just like times do, they always show the light. People have found out who this fucking woman is. They've also found out all of the dirt. So apparently, this woman, female, I'm gonna call her female because I don't respect her. Um, her name is Monique. At least that's her alias. She has a Cambodian name, married to a white man, a very MAGA white man. Lives in Texas. Nah, no shit. Am I surprised? Not at all. She's completely disabled her pages after a half-ass apology, of course, because now we already know what they do after they fuck around and find out. After they run their mouths and find out that black people aren't going for that shit. After we find out all the crap you've done while you want to call other people criminals. These are the days and the moments that I relish in this corrupt society and demonic ass world we live in. When we have these moments where motherfuckers want to continuously perpetuate racism and anti-blackness and always project. And it always comes out that they're the ones doing the dirt. Like we consistently see it with MAGA. The way they act like everybody else is criminals, but if you actually read statistics and just open your fucking eyes, you see who the criminals are. When you look at who is running the administration and the Epstein files or the lack thereof, and you actually get to hear the redacted versions of what this president has done with his friends for fun, with children, you realize that the pedos that they were putting on the Democrats were actually the ones at the executive branch. So no surprise that this hoe ran about her motherfucking mouth talking about black kids and black people not raising their children right. When statistically right now, we have about 70% of both of our parents in the home right now. But this bitch got caught by the government, her and her white man husband, because I knew there was a white man involved. Respectfully, my Asian folk, it's rare that I meet an Asian chick that will go off on this level. She got to be from the Bay or New York or Atlanta. But the way this woman was popping off, I was like, oh, she really thinks she's white. Like, she really thinks she's white. She's not trying to align with whiteness. She thinks she's white. Found out, white MAGA man, right? Married to, of course. And they love to send their women to do their dirty work. If you haven't paid attention, they send their women out to do the shit that they don't want to say, don't want to do. It happens very often. But this bitch and her husband got caught defrauding the tenants of an apartment building that they owned. They stole a bunch of money from people that they were renting to. And this is the bitch that want to talk about not knowing how to raise kids or be good people in the world, and that we're horrible fucking people as black people. That's the bitch that was talking shit. She also went online and bragged about living in Texas but voting in California and Texas. So that sounds like fraud to me as well. Every time I see somebody rant online negatively about black people, I know it's nothing but narcissistic projection. That's all the fuck they do. And if you have not been paying attention, that's what Trump does. And y'all fall for it every fucking time. He just projects everything he does onto everybody else. And y'all motherfuckers be sitting there like, yep, them Democrats are pedos. Like, nigga, no, he's the pedo. Oh, the Mexicans are criminals. You're right. No, he's the criminal. So every time I see somebody go off this hard in a MAGA-like fashion, I already know the skeletons are buried deep in their fucking closets. Bodies of skeletons stacked on stacked on stacked on stacked, okay? Stacked. Okay? This bitch was the one talking. Not only that, after she got called out for all the fraud and her bad behavior as a person on this planet, after she want to tell somebody they don't know how to raise their motherfucking kids, and that we are going to be in poverty forever, and what the fuck are we doing with our lives? Meanwhile, we're the most educated, so bitch, shut the fuck up. And clearly you're not that smart. Clearly, on so many levels, you're not that fucking smart. Not only do you think you're white because you're married to a white man, then you think that you can sit up online and talk about a bunch of bullshit that's not true. You thought nobody was going to come for you, and you spout off a bunch of MAGA talking points that are based in propaganda. You're a fucking idiot. So you know what her last result was? She told the world that she had a black son and a black grandchild. It's the same shit every fucking time. Every fucking time. They pull a black person out of their ass somewhere. A black person shows up in their life, and they parade that black person in front of people to make them seem as if their deeds are not any less devious or racist. Now, this just makes this shit worse, bitch, because you got a black son and you got a black grandchild. So you have a black grandchild, and you sat up here going off about black boys in the sense that you implicitly thought it was okay that Cyrus got shot in the back by a 61-year-old Asian man. But you're a grandmother to a black child. You've fully proven our point. You don't see your grandchild as human. You don't. You don't see your son as human. And your pale color comes before their humanity. Because if you even believed that you cared about these men, these black men in your motherfucking life, you would have never opened your camera and said no dumbass shit like that. You would have been so infuriated because you would have seen what it would have felt like for your grandson that you claim you love to be shot in the back after not stealing a bottle of water. Yes, he might have gone in there and he might have thought he was going to do it, but the moment that motherfucker ran out and got shot, he was a child fleeing the scene. And he was still a child regardless of what the fuck anybody wants to say. So you you try to use your fucking grandson and your son to double down as a prop, as a token black person, does nothing but make you look even more racist, even more anti-black, and even more fucking dumb, because you think that in 2026, after all the shit that we've been dealing with as black people in this country and all the shit we've been peeping, you think we're dumb enough to fall for that shit? No, we now know that allies move. They don't fucking talk. Your actions, your mentality, your need to act like you're educating us when you're the criminal? That shit wouldn't have even came out of your mouth if you were truly aligned with your grandson and your son. So now all you've done is double down on the fact that you are a fucking MAGA sympathizer. You think you're white because you're married to a white man. You don't think your family that you claim you love, the black side, is human. And then you degrade them even further by parading them around as the reason why you should get a pass for speaking out of your ass and fucking around and finding out. You can't make this shit up. It's sick. You're sick, and this country is sick. And I hope black people pay attention, because I feel this so much. Like, a lot of people will say they love you, but if they don't vote in any way that aligns with your safety, they don't fucking love you. Period. They love what you do for them. They love the advice you give. They love that you make them look fly. They love that you know the new song and the new dance. They love that you're going to tell them like it is. They love that you're going to be there every time that you fucking call. But people who don't vote in accordance to anything that makes you safe don't fucking love you. And that's the lesson here. And I hope this message can get to this son and this grandchild somehow, because I cannot stand to see people then double down and use black bodies as props in their propaganda, in their bullshit. We've had enough. So just fucking stop and shut the fuck up.